Hello, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all ready for a nice, relaxed chat where we're going to be comparing the Brits to the Americans. So, get yourself a nice cup of tea, put your feet up, chill out, and let's have some fun.
Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
So, without further ado, we've actually got Edna up here, ready and eager for this conversation. How are you, Edna, sweetie? Are you well?
I am well. How are you doing, Jan?
Yeah, I'm good. I've had a down day today,
Good.
in as much as I've done bugger all, done nothing. That's another British term, bugger all. I don't know if you
Bugger
Americans
off.
use it, but that's one of our.
No, we would probably say just lazing about.
Yeah. Well, in England, we would say bugger all. We're doing bugger all, which means we're doing absolutely nothing. I'm in a relaxed state. So I'm looking forward to this. We're going to have, hopefully, have a bit of a chat, a bit of a giggle. Let's see who's in. My mouse is running out of batteries, which is really annoying. So we've got
Oh, it
Phone
is annoying.
Boxer. Hi, darling. I hope you're well. Hope you're good. We've got Moosey in. Hi, Moosey. We've got the others all scrambling to to come and join in. We've also got I've seen what Capone Box has put there. They use something else instead of bugger, and that's fine. We don't. So, what have you done today, Edna? Have you done anything exciting? You done anything worth
Mm,
talking about?
I met some new friends. I was talking to them. I talked to Chef and I told him about the panel, but I don't think he quite understand the concept. Because I was telling him, it's supposed to be Wellness Wednesday, but we're not health experts. So we're not going to
Yeah.
be talking about, something to that degree every week.
No, it's just if you imagine it to be like a clinic, you know, somewhere where you go once a week where it hopefully makes you feel a bit happier, part of a friendly group. And yeah, we will talk about serious matters, but it's not always going to be like that. It's like, you know, we could play a board game. If it was in real life, we'd probably play a board game or something, wouldn't we?
Right.
In the wellness clinic.
Oh,
Um,
that'd be fun if we had bingo one week.
how would we do that without people cheating? Hi,
There's
Zena.
website. Hi, Tina. There's websites where they can you can create cards, like you can create a bingo game. And everybody can go and they can get a card and you'll pull or you'll like virtually play it.
Oh, can I leave that as some homework for you? Can I
Sure.
leave that
Well,
for
we need
your
a topic.
mind?
Maybe mental health.
What? What mental health?
Like girl world mental health. That could be the topic of the bingo.
Oh, okay. There we are. This is the one that we want for today. United
Yes, that's true.
Kingdom. I don't want to
Get
say
us back on
versus.
track.
I don't want to say versus United States because it's not really versus, is it? So we're not in competition. But I think
No, not
it would
really.
be fun to sort of yeah, if we can play games, that'd be great. I'd definitely be up for that. Bridge has arrived. Bridge says Bingo Baker has a mental health card pre-made. Oh,
Oh, nice.
okay. So we need to look at that. Yes, or Countdown. Do you have Countdown over in
I don't know
America?
what. No, I don't think we have countdown. What is it?
Countdown is a word game, and you get it's a bit like Scrabble, I suppose. You get like 7 letters and you have to make a word out of it. You have to make the longest word out of it. So, oh, maybe we could do that one week. I like that
Okay.
idea. Right, you two girlies, if you want to come up, right, where's my paste? There's the paste button. Listen,
Bridge and Zena.
I'm so relaxed I can't be bothered to speak. That's a good idea, Jan. Wake up, woman. Wake up. Um, yeah,
Jen,
so
I was real relaxed. I started laying down. I was like, oh, I have to get up. I had 2 minutes to spare.
oh my God. Listen, I was watching my aviation channel. They were live. They're in Anchorage at the moment. So I was watching them for the last couple of hours while I was painting. I'm painting a canvas at the moment. Um,
Oh, nice.
and
Did you
I
do
couldn't even
a
stop the
short?
food. Huh?
Did you do a short? Are we going to be able to see the canvas?
Yeah, I've already sort of
Nice.
started on it, so I haven't filmed it. Sometimes I film it when I'm working. Come on, Pussycat, in you come. Sometimes I film it, but I haven't actually filmed it this time. Um, but right, I have to get my head into gear now. Right, okay, let's do this. What we're doing, basically, we're just going to talk and we're going to make comparisons because we thought that would be quite good fun. I remember last week, Zena, if you want to click on the link, you're welcome to come up. And also Bridge, if you want to come up. And then we can, talk about the differences between so many different things. Yeah, like aluminium. Uh, you Americans,
Aluminum.
no, aluminium it is. Oh, it's a shame Capone's working because she could come up on channel and we could have a few words. Listen,
Literally. Literally.
we do not spell things funny. You have to
Yes, you use too
remember.
many U's. You throw U's in unnecessarily.
No, we don't. Come on, Zena. They're gonna pick on me. I know they are. Bridget's up here as well. Drama Friday, you'll be there. Okay. Yeah, well, we know about you and drama, don't we, darling?
Mhm.
I'm not putting up the blooming things, am I? Um, how are you, Plant Dad? I hope you're well. Yeah, I'm
Hi.
good. I'm good. I hope you are also. So we've got 2 Brits in the house. Yay! 2 Brits in the house and 2 Americans. Okay. Are
Can
we
you hear
ready?
me okay? Is it coming through all right? I'm just using some headphones. Is
Very
it working?
clear.
Good, 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 good. Thank you for having
Well,
me up.
that's all right, sweetheart. Oh, my daughter has been sending me some fabulous pictures. She's in Manchester at the moment. No, she's not. They've just got into Edinburgh.
Oh,
But
very nice.
they stopped in at Manchester and she stayed in this fabulous hotel. I'm going to have to put it up on my community tab because it looks so nice. It's lovely.
Oh,
Um,
very nice.
anyway, are you all right there, Bridge? You there?
I'm good. I'm here.
Good. Right. Capone. Bloody hell. Yeah, that's one of them. That's one of them. Right. I thought the first thing we could do, right, is give impressions of what each other thought of
Oh
the
my
other
God.
country and the people. Let's go about the people first, shall we? So I think let's go like what the Brits think of the Americans. And I think I'm right in saying that the Brits that are in this community see a different side to Americans as opposed to people that aren't online. Would you say that, Zena?
Yeah, I very much thought, like, when I see a lot of American shows, especially when I was a kid, just the whole high school sort of era and how that is and how clicky things are, and that always seemed to baffle me. And I don't know whether it's anything like that in real life, because that would just be my absolute hell. But yeah, like even with the cheerleadings and not about them actually like cheerleading or basketball, but just I don't know how over the top and everything's excitement, like everyone's just on something. It just seems very, very, very high rate. It just gives me a headache.
Yeah, I must admit that's what I think as well. It's just the Americans are just so loud
Yes, yes.
and yeah, just so very loud. And also, I mean, like with the cheerleading,
Hmm.
we don't have cheerleaders over here.
No, nothing like that.
What?
No, no, we have
No.
Oh,
nothing like
really?
that. We have nothing of like, to me, I found school very sort of segregated. Maybe you'd have a school football team, but
Mhm.
that was that. You didn't, there wasn't really much like school community and everyone came to a game and a match. It was like the lads went and played football and that was about it. There was no community. Everyone was kind of had their own little groups and was kind of left alone. There was no solidarity or like, yay, our school. Everybody pretty much hated their school.
Oh,
That
no.
was the impression that what my time was like.
In some areas, the high school football, like the Friday night football or whenever they have the high school like team, play, that's
Hmm.
like the game. That's
Hmm.
that's like an event for the
Yeah.
communities. Yeah.
No, nothing like that for me anyway. Everybody hated each other, and like just like
Oh,
just
okay.
don't be involved.
Yeah. It's really funny because I know my granddaughter, she's what right, which one? I'm talking about the 11-year-old. She has just started doing cheerleading. But over
Oh, right.
here, they don't call it cheerleading, they call it majorettes.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
had majorettes like back in the day because I remember my mom used to tell me about she was a majorette with the batons and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Oh, like the
Yeah.
whole
Yeah,
marching band. That looks insane
yeah.
to me. I've because I play drums. I'm in a well, I used to be in a band and play drums myself. And then when I see them with the marching bands with the snare, and I watched a film. I think Nick Cannon was in it. Is it called Drumline? Is it called
Oh,
Drumline?
drumline. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And I was obsessed after that. I'm like, I want to learn that.
Oh,
And it's so
wow.
hard. I wish they had something like that at my school because I'd be dead into that. But
Mhm.
even that just looks so like, again over the top, and like school almost literally look like another world. But for us, if you ever see documentaries of British schools, it's so drill. It's
Yeah.
just it's really depressing for kids. It's not
Oh.
fun at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
I
that's kinda how our school was, like, our drum line was really good like that.
I think it's the difference too between black schools or like majority black schools and
Mm,
then the white schools too. Because like I went to a predominantly white school, but then I had a friend that went to a historically black university, and it was
Mhm.
different. Like it was
wow.
fun.
Yes. It's very
yeah.
different because I remember, there was so much fun, quote, unquote, going on at a historically Black college that was nearby that, like, there was so much security that I could barely go
Hmm.
visit somebody that I needed to go to. It was, and there was always something going on, like, there was an event happening, which was kinda good, but also there was it was a negative event that would happen at the event that would eclipse it. So, it
Mm.
was
Well, the only exciting things that happened in our schools were if there was going to be a fight at break time.
Yes.
You
I was
know,
just
and
gonna,
then
say
you
that.
get the
Yeah.
whispers going around the school saying, "Oh, there's going to be a fight in
Yeah.
the playground," at lunchtime,
Yeah.
and that was our excitement, sort of growing up.
Yeah, like the
Okay.
smoking shelter or something at the back
That's
is.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had our say on how we, our first impressions or perceptions of Americans. So we really ought to let them speak up now,
Yes.
Zena. Okay.
Go ahead, Edna.
Oh,
Bear in mind, I
that's a
do
good.
have the power to kick you off panel.
Okay. I don't know. Like I just remember as a girl loving the Spice Girls. And I don't know if I really got an impression of Brits other than they just seemed, I don't know, it seemed like another world, like someplace different. And
Mhm.
um just I didn't really know what it was. I just knew that it wasn't America and I was here for that.
Did you watch any shows with any like schools? Anything? Did you watch like Biker Grove or anything like that? That's like a British school thing. Did you watch anything like
Mm,
that? No.
no, I didn't really watch anything until I was older, but I'm trying to think. There was a few shows that I watched. There was one show, I think it was called Misfits. It's
Oh
like
yes.
somehow, yeah, I don't know if it's British, but it's
Yeah,
European.
it
That's
is.
as close as I got. Yeah. And which was a really good show. It's weird. They kind of lost me with the one character that got itself pregnant
Yeah.
or got
Yeah.
themselves pregnant.
Yeah. It was only that
Um,
good one, that one series that was good. But no, I could. That's still very much down south, I think, and I think that was still very
Okay.
sort of stereotypical. I think the most stereotypical northern thing you could probably watch, and I don't know if you agree, Jan, is probably Shameless.
Oh, I've heard
yeah,
of it, but
See,
I haven't seen it.
I tried. Yeah, I tried to get it because we have the American version of Shameless, and I was
That's
like, "Well,
crap.
let me watch." Yeah, I was like, "What? Let me watch the British version," and I just couldn't get into it.
No,
I couldn't get into it.
it's probably because you couldn't understand us. That's why.
yeah. They have
Yeah,
very
I
thick accents.
Hmm.
I couldn't get into the British version of The Office. That um
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
some
it's
things just
very.
don't translate.
Yeah, I agree. When I tried to watch it the other way around, like I think it's easier for us because there is like we have a lot of obviously American influences, so you can kind of
Uh-huh.
grasp the humor. Whereas Ricky
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Gervais is obviously, I know a lot of not influence, but a lot of people get really offended by him.
Yeah.
Um, so when you know his sort of character, it's easy. And then to watch the American, like, what was he called? I just know him as Evan Almighty. What's he called? The guy that plays him. What's he
Oh,
called
I don't
from
know.
The
I never
Office?
watched. I think I watched a tiny bit
Steve
of the
Carell?
one, and it just
Yes,
wasn't
Steve
the
Carell.
same.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the same. So
No.
what was your first impression then, Bridge, or what did you think that British people were like? I suppose that's the best
I
way.
can't really say. I honestly I can't really say.
Well, I'll tell you, I've just been speaking to Farida, and obviously she's from America, and she just literally said to me, because she's lovely, she's getting some she's getting like these really patriotic American things to send to my son because my son's obsessed with America. And anyway, I
Oh,
asked her, what is it that you're really intrigued about what we've got over here? And she said, oh, aren't you all obsessed with British tea sets and that you have little tea parties? And I was like, no. No, I'll have to go to an antique store to find that. But yeah, like we all have like little tea parties and crumpets. Like I don't think anybody really does that.
Oh my
well,
goodness, don't break my heart.
well, it's funny you should say that. Remember last week I said that we have a north and south divide. I think in the south we
Hmm.
do. We do it more often.
Oh, we
And
don't know.
Oh.
I've got several tea sets. I think it depends who you're brought up with as well.
Hmm.
Um, and we do you Zena, do you not have tea shops? up there, like old English tea shops?
Yeah, because I'm not far off, to be fair, from like, I'm on the cusp from like Yorkshire, Lancashire. So it's very, if I go in certain like 3 or 4 miles in any direction, I'm practically in the countryside. I'm like in Emmerdale.
Okay.
So they do have like tea shops like that. But I think it's more for the aesthetic rather than it being authentic, if that makes sense. It's to go like,
Mm.
oh, we're still quite British, but it's not, it doesn't seem authentic. We have like vintage cupcake kitchens, so they'll make everything over the top with your paisley and your floral, and it just doesn't, it's like almost being in America and then they're trying to emulate it. Up here it's just all skanky. They have nothing English about up here other than nothing patriotic. Let's put it that
That
way.
is so funny. See, I think it's a north-south divide, like I just said,
Yeah.
because I mean, I live about 30 miles north of London, and I live like in a village, and I know at least 2 I can just think of villages very close by that have tea
Like
shops
tea rooms. Yeah.
where, you know, one of them is adjoining an art gallery that I used to hang in. And they do like proper tea, you know, tea
Mm-hmm.
teapots and cake and all with floral plates and everything. So yeah, we still do it. We still do it very much where I'm from, or maybe it's just, you know, what I do. It's a me thing. It's like when the family come round, I always make a pot of tea and I have a tray out and
Do you
I
have an
put,
actual pot?
yeah,
Oh
I've
wow,
got a
no.
few teapots.
No, they just have the kettle from me in a mug. That's about it. They don't
That's
leave
what
it.
I
It's
mean. I
opening.
think it depends. I really think it depends on your upbringing.
Well, from a
Um,
council house estate, I suppose, and in the outskirts of Manchester, where, you know, it's pretty much where Shameless was filmed, like where
yeah.
Shameless was filmed, or like where it's supposed to be based, is like not far of like the area that I'm from. So you can imagine there's nothing
Yeah.
like authentic about it. It's just part
Oh,
and
that's
parcel.
really weird.
Mm-mm.
Do I drink with the? Yes, of course I do.
Drink with
Of
a
course
people.
I do. And
Pinky
it's
out.
like, you know, one of my girls' favorite things to do is to go into London and to go to, say, the Ivy. No, not normally the Ivy. Normally the Savoy,
Yeah.
which is like a 5-star place. But I mean, um, it's not that expensive really. But anyway, that's what we like to do. We like to go for afternoon tea.
I know we have that here, but it's like that for us. They have it at like the Hilton Hotel, and they've got, I think it's the biggest one in Britain. You know, the tallest hotel.
Oh, okay.
It's a stupid design. It's just a proper eyesore. But you can go to the top floor and you can have afternoon tea, and it's like a real like day out event if you have that here. It's like you're very, very
Right.
posh to have it, and you have your little tea and your crumpets, and that's what I mean. It's like an event. It's not like the British way of life at all.
Yeah, okay, I would agree with you there, but it's just something that I don't know why I'm laughing because, well, I think I'm laughing because your experience is so much different to mine,
Yeah, and
and
we're
it's
both in Britain. Yeah.
yeah, and it's probably because I'm a Southerner, I'm a Londoner, and you're, you know, you come from Manchester, so
Can you say it again? What you called us last time? I was.
Mancunian, was that
Well,
wrong?
yeah, Manque as in a Q, not Coonian. I was a bit like, I was cringing a little bit.
I thought it was man and then CU.
It's as in you, as in like being Q. Are you queuing?
No, as in you, as in a U for umbrella.
Man, Q, Neon.
Yeah,
You said Coonian.
Cunion. No,
Yes.
MUN
Yeah.
CUIN.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you said
NIN.
the other one.
Oh, I probably got it all arsed up. Would you know? I'm like,
Yeah, but it's not appropriate for me to say it, is it?
oh,
It's
I'm
not right
sorry,
for me.
darling. I've
I
been
don't want to get in trouble.
I've been slapped across my across the wrist. I thought that meant somebody from Manchester. I
It
probably
is. No, you
all
are
wrong.
right. It's just the pronunciation. I could never pronounce it the way that you did because I'd get a slap myself.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
so Gregory Schmeggery, hello, darling. I hope you're
I
well.
thought British.
He thought all British people were like Mrs. Slocum and Mr. Humphreys. No. I'm more like a member of the UK. Yeah, I'm Scary Spice. You see, I'm Scary Spice. That's who I am.
I loved her.
Hello, Amber Chick. Hello. Hi, April.
Oh, I think what I thought the other day, actually, in terms of the differences, is I don't know. Again, this could be a north-south thing, but I'm not sure. I've never heard it, but I've heard that when Americans have, like, they have it at Thanksgiving, they have like either is it pumpkin pie, but then they have sweet potato pie as an actual sweet. I've only ever known sweet potato as a savoury dish. That really baffles my mind that it's a sweet dish.
Really?
Yeah, I'd like like we have sweet potato fries or sweet potato mash or sweet potato chunks, but it's like part of a Sunday dinner. I've never known for it to be a sweet potato pie. I found that interesting.
Yeah.
So you had that as a dessert?
Delicious.
You had that as a dessert, do you?
I've never had like I said, a sweet potato pie. I've known Americans to have it as a like with bacon and waffles with maple syrup, like bacon as part of a sweet thing. That blows my mind. No.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of bacon in general, but like chicken and waffles is a thing that people do. It's actually pretty good. Like if you put syrup on fried chicken,
That's
it's
crazy.
Yeah.
That just blows my mind. I can't even fathom, and I can imagine obviously the sweet and the salty like together, but just the thought of it, I don't even think I
Well,
could
we are a
muster up
very
doing it.
fat nation, so
Well,
But at the
we're the
same
fattest in Europe.
I was going to say, but at the same time, I think like the sweet potato pie. I think that comes from like Black American culture.
Oh, okay.
You remember when who was it? Patti LaBelle came out with her sweet potato pie, and everybody was going crazy for it, and it was kind of like white. Yeah, it was kind of like white people had never had sweet potato pie before.
Well,
that's true.
Could definitely be a thing, but that's just some of your foods,
well,
man. It's just
technically,
crazy.
apple pie is the American pie, but Patty,
we have
she
that.
put sweet potato pies at a very like 1.5 or so. If not, it eclipsed it for a year or two because it was everywhere.
I can't imagine it as a dessert.
No, I can't. No, it's
oh my gosh, sweet potato pie is like one of my favorites.
Yeah,
really, but that's potato, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It just reminds me of like a.
That's why it's healthy. It's like carrot cake.
It is not healthy.
I used to make my son sweet. I used to make him when he was a baby for like when he was weaning. I used to make him pureed sweet potato and carrots, and then he used to put a bit of like Greek yogurt into it to as like milk, and he used to absolutely love that. But then when I found out like, you could have it as sweet, it just no. But putting sugar on potatoes, like rather than salt on potatoes, it just.
But I think even when because we have like sweet potatoes for like Thanksgiving too, and it's always made with sugar though. It's like that sweet thing on the plate, that's sugar.
So even on a savory, like you main plate, you would
it's
have
not savory, it's candied. We have candied yams. Yeah.
Well, we have parsnip. I hate parsnips, but that's the thing that they have here, and they do put that like we drought like in honey when they bake it. I know they're disgusting. Parsnips are awful.
I heard that they have like a potato flavor, that they're not too bad.
No, they call them fancy chips, but they're not. Like, I do like sprouts though. I'm not gonna lie.
I love sprouts.
I love sprouts.
I can eat a whole bowl of them.
Me too. Me too. Salt and pepper. Yes.
And butter. Oh my God, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I think, I mean, we're probably different. Actually, Zena, my mother was a northerner.
Okay.
She came from, excuse me, she was West Yorkshire, I think.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's the same with you. Do you have Yorkshire puds as a dessert?
Oh yes.
Or as a meal?
Oh no, not as a pudding. It depends where you're from. I like the little ones, but then you get like the toad in the hole, don't you? Where your plate is, your whole dish is in the pudding. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. We get that over here as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I just have the little tiny ones, but no, they're S tier. They're superior then.
But you know, back in the day, and maybe still in certain parts of Yorkshire, where the pudding supposedly came from, it actually was a pudding, and they used to spread jam on it.
Oh no,
dessert.
Oh no. It's not a scone, is it? I mean, come on.
I bet the Americans are like, what?
A Yorkshire pudding, yeah. It's like a battered crisp thing. It's hard, and it's got like a little divot inside it.
Yeah.
And you can get little miniature ones, which, you know, a lot of people, when they're having the food, they like scoop the gravy up or something in it. But you can get these humongous ones that take up the entire plate, that people then put their actual dish in it. And it's like
I'm gonna find the picture of it.
Yeah, it is a thing, but I can't do the big ones.
I don't think they do them. I don't think they do them in the States, and I have had somebody ask me about them before, and it's basically a batter.
Yeah,
that's what it is. So here's a Yorkshire pud. Okay. Right. These ones look as if they're
full of gravy.
Yeah, Jamie Oliver's, but they're the smaller ones. So what you do is you mix up batter, and then you pour them into like these sort of cake dishes, and then you put them in the oven, and that's how they come out.
Okay.
They're Jamie Oliver recipes.
I'm looking up what Yorkshire pudding is in America, and they say popovers, and I'm like, well, what is a popover? I've never even heard of a popover.
A what?
Hey, Chef.
Hey, Chef, you made it.
Hi, Chef.
Hi, Chef. Hey, everybody. Sorry I'm late, but I'm here. I'm sorry I'm late.
Good. We're just talking about the differences between Americans and British. Let me introduce you to Zena. She's a lovely British girl.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Zena.
And you know the other two riffraff, don't you? Yeah. Do you know Bridget, the one up there?
Yes.
Yeah, she's a bit riffraffy as well, but never mind. So yeah, who was speaking last? Was that you, Zena, saying about the Yorkshire puds or what?
No, it was Bridget who had looked and still couldn't work it out what they were. They're very complicated, but they're very synonymous with British culture, especially Sunday roast I think is probably, if Americans could think of food for us, a Sunday roast would be synonymous with everybody, I think.
Yes. Yeah. And I think Sunday roast is very similar to what you would have for your Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
that's every Sunday.
Here is a toad in the hole. Okay. Now this is basically sausages, and you in the batter. So basically, what you do is you cook your sausages, and then you pour the batter over them, and then you put that in the oven, and that's called a toad in the hole. There, that's a better picture. We call that toad in the hole. That's very British.
It kind of reminds me of like maybe like a pig in a blanket, but like
that's what I was thinking.
The blanket, outside the blanket.
Yes, it is kind of like that actually. Yeah, very good. Very good there, chef. I'm trying to find the other one. So your pigs in blankets are sausages wrapped in bacon, aren't they? Because
Well,
we have
it
that
could be
as well.
sausage or hot dogs. We use hot dogs too sometimes.
Yeah.
But they're not wrapped in bacon. It's a batter. It's like a pancake batter, right?
Yeah. What's the difference between a hot dog and a corn dog?
It's a corn dog has a cornmeal batter, and the hot dog, or that's a hot dog, and the pig in the blanket is a sausage with a pancake batter.
But is there a difference between a hot dog and a corn dog? Is it just how it's in the batter?
Yes, because a hot dog doesn't have a batter.
Right.
Just put it in the bun. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Same weenie. It's the same weenie. In other words, you're trying to say.
Right. It's the same meat, but it's a different outside. So a hot dog would come with a bread bun, and a corn dog would be like deep fried in a batter.
Oh no, not for me.
But you do have the maple sausage links.
Oh,
you ever had before? The pancakes, and you dip them in syrup.
That's what we were just saying. Like the savory and the sweet just blows my mind.
Yeah.
I think we're very much more savory, I think, rather than sweet. I think. I would say more
put in here corn dog and see what comes up. Corn dog.
Hungry.
Oh, another thing that blows my mind about America, the amount of different sort of schools that you have, of what you call the schools. Like over here is just primary, secondary, or high school, college, and university. Because when I try and listen to things, when you talk about college, it's meaning our university. But when we talk about our college, it's your high school. But our high school is your junior high. Oh, it's so confusing. So is that not right? Isn't that right?
No, yeah. High school is high school. Then we use kind of college and university interchangeably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So is your because your high school though, if I'm right, goes up to 18. Is that right? Or does it go up to 16?
Age 18?
Well, I mean,
yeah,
it's about 17 or 18.
Right. So for us, our high school finishes at 16. And then our college, but our college, because for us, it's mandatory to go to school until high school, which is 16. And then after that, it's not mandatory. So then a lot of people just go to college because that's the grades that you need to go to university. Now, our college is between 16 and 18. So when I've heard you talk about high school still, like the senior high school, it means our college.
Yeah.
So then when you talk about college / university, that's when it's our university.
So I think in that aspect, because you can skip college and go to university. Some people either pick college or university. The only thing is the difference is the amount of the time it takes to get the degree.
Now you're talking about junior college, chef, right? Because there's junior college and then there's
no. She means like regular college. See, that's what
I'm talking about you. No, I'm talking about you because you're talking about you skipping. Yeah, because we have junior college or community college, and then we do have the college university.
So what? Do you see what I mean? How you've
that's
got
what
so
I mean.
many?
Yeah.
So what's middle school? What age is that?
That's like grade 6 through 8. That's before high school.
That holds you back.
So middle school, is that from like see, we've got like year 8 right?
Yeah,
When you start in secondary school, you start in year 7,
yeah.
and you go year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10,
year 11.
year 11,
Then
and
it's
then
college.
then you can go on to sixth form.
Which is college.
Who?
Sixth form college.
No,
yeah.
sixth form is attached to the school, though.
No,
You
it
don't go
isn't
to
up
college
here.
for
No,
sixth
you do.
form.
Well, it must be different because up here it's separate. You would have
No,
high
not
school.
here.
Well, up here, high school. I'll tell you a fun fact if anyone wants to know. I don't know if the Americans will know, but Jan, you'll know about that Philip Schofield thing that's been going on.
Yeah.
You know, the school that he met the person.
Yeah.
I went to that school.
Oh my God.
I know, and literally the guy knows my sister. Anyway, off subject. But here, secondary school / high school is year 7 till 11. Then we finished. Then we went to a college, which is a completely different place, different building, sixth form, and we did year 1 and year 2. And then it was university. So even up here is different, where it's completely not even attached onto the high school.
Well, down here, you get up to year 11, and then most schools have a sixth form, and that means that those next 2 years, when you could have gone to college, right, you actually stay at the school and you learn in the sixth form. And then from sixth form, you can either go on to college or you go on to uni.
Wow. Okay. So what is it with grades in terms of Americans? What is it that grades that you need to get into university? Because over here it's called A levels.
Listen, I've got
depends on.
Before we talk about that, someone was asking for a full English breakfast, so I just got to show them, okay? Then we get back to education. Right, full English, okay? This is it. How can I make that bigger? Oh, let's click on here.
That's a good one, that top one.
This one, that one.
Do you have black pudding? I don't have black pudding.
I've had it. I don't mind it. I will have it.
Oh, you savage, Jan.
I know, but I was married to an Irishman, so
yeah. It's Scottish though, isn't it?
It's what?
It's Scottish, isn't it? Black pudding.
Scottish?
Yeah.
No, I think it's Irish. I don't know. Anyway, so if I can just quickly go through it with you. Right, okay. There we go. Right, so you get fried egg. You get, there must be bacon there somewhere, I can't see it, but you get bacon, you get tomatoes, you get mushroom, toast, and baked beans. I can't see the black pudding. So that is a full English.
Okay, so I get this HelloFresh delivered to me every week. And one of the things that they sent me, it was called a full English breakfast. And I thought it was the nastiest thing. Like I didn't even finish it. But I'm looking at it right now because it had the toast, it had the tomatoes, it had stewed beans, the fried egg, a big portobello mushroom, and this pork sausage, but the pork sausage was kind of sweet. That it was kind of nasty. To me. Yeah.
Oh.
So
I bet it wasn't seasoned. We've got a problem with seasoning. I think like, usually they make the food really bland and then we just douse it with condiments and stuff. But when they actually make food, it's very bland.
Yeah, it is.
So that explains a lot. Okay, never mind.
Okay, let's get back onto the school. It's just that I wanted to because somebody was asking. I think it was Jason. Hello, darling. It's nice to see you. Hope you're well, sweetie.
I'm just asking about all this education stuff because it's a possibility that I could be moving to Colorado. It's not 100% sure yet, but it's a possibility. And at the moment, my eldest is just about to go to what we call high school, but it's year 7. So he's just turned 11. And the school that I saw that both of my kids could go to, it said started from kindergarten to grade 12. And I just wasn't sure how the whole thing worked. And when I've tried listening before, I was like middle school and elementary, and then pre-K, and then kindergarten, and like it's just a minefield. And what is it that they would? What is the grades that they need to have? Like is it GED? What I don't know what that is. Is that right?
No, GED is if they're not gonna get a high school diploma. That's the equivalent to a high school diploma.
So any child at the age of 15, 16 years old can technically drop out and get their GED.
Right. So it's so if you've got if someone was to say you've got a GED straight away, then you'd think that they've not really got much qualifications.
Well, no. Well, it's
kind of, yeah.
Poor negs.
I mean, because you can still have a GED and then go to a university if you take the test and pass. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that they wouldn't have the qualifications, because obviously they have a GED. That's a qualification. So, yeah, I wouldn't say that. It just tells me that they didn't go the traditional route.
Yeah.
And is university like your standard 2-3 years?
4 years.
4 or more.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
And college is what, 2?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Junior college.
Yeah.
Okay.
Preschool is the beginning though.
Yeah.
I remember preschool days. And then kindergarten, you go for half a day.
Is preschool like nursery?
Huh?
Preschool is
Yeah.
Nursery.
Kind of. Yeah.
Well, that's what we have over here. We have preschool, and then we have reception.
Yeah.
And then we have year 1.
Yeah, I think reception's kindergarten.
Reception,
like
reception must be kindergarten.
I think so.
No, kindergarten.
Got snacks.
It's what did I call it? Preschool. Preschool is kindergarten.
Oh no! Our preschool starts before kindergarten. So kindergarten,
how old do you start at kindergarten?
At kindergarten, you're about 5.
Oh, okay.
That's reception then. That's reception. So preschool is like preschool must be like 3 onwards. Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Unless your child just is, not there yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So still on food, we have.
Going back to food.
I definitely have an issue with you guys putting gravy on your biscuits. What is that?
What are biscuits? Gravy on biscuits?
They put gravy on biscuits.
Not your biscuits, though.
Stops up the juicy.
I have a problem with it too. I don't like it, so I agree.
I have a problem with the baked beans at breakfast.
But wait a minute. I'm so confused about the biscuit comment.
What kind of biscuits are you guys talking about, though?
Are you talking about rich tea that you dunk in your brew, or you cook it?
No.
You have different biscuits. Okay.
Yes.
We have different ones. Yeah.
We call them crackers.
Right?
What do you call them? Crackers?
No, like what she's referring to. Like,
you call them graham crackers, don't you? Graham crackers?
No. Graham crackers are like a specific flavor.
Yeah.
A particular kind. So we have saltine crackers. We got graham crackers.
I think he's making it up as he goes along.
I think he is. Yeah.
Graham crackers, saltine, Triscuits.
Ritz, you got those buttery
I'm
crackers.
gonna listen to Gregory because I don't know what Chef is talking about. So,
oh my gosh,
biscuits and gravy is for soup kitchens, not classy dinners. Okay.
Yes, biscuits and gravy at breakfast.
Is your gravy brown gravy or white gravy? What I've heard this is different as well.
Both. It can be both.
White gravy?
What?
I think typically it's white gravy.
What are you talking about?
How can you have white gravy? Over here, if it was white, we'd call
it white sauce. White sauce.
We'd call it white sauce. We don't call it white gravy.
It's white sauce.
Oh my goodness.
So what do you call mayonnaise?
Pardon?
Mayonnaise.
No. What do you call Miracle Whip?
What the hell?
They don't have. Do they have Miracle Whip? They don't have Miracle Whip.
I'm not going over that, baby. No, yeah, I cannot. It sounds
What the hell is Miracle Whip?
You have everything in a can, like Cool
You
Whip.
don't have Miracle Whip?
No, and Kool-Aid. What's that?
Oh
you know what Kool-Aid is?
No.
I think
Girl,
it's a soda, isn't it?
To the hood, okay.
What's Kool-Aid? Is it like
that
Pepsi?
drink.
Is it like Pepsi?
No. Kool-Aid was a little juice packets, and they come in little packets about this big. They're like little squares. It takes 3 to 4, depending on how big the pitcher was. I think
it's
put
like
your sugar
cardio
over.
It's
your
flavor.
water.
Yes, flavor sugar water. Flavor sugar water.
I think it's
no. Wait, hold on, because there's a difference between flavor sugar water.
Sugar water.
There's a difference between flavor sugar.
Because
it's
a flavor. Kool-Aid is like a flavor you can have. I want to say red, cherry, and grape and stuff like that. But yeah, but you mix it. Yeah, and so basically, it's a powder. You mix it with the water, and you put some sugar in there. There you go. Stir it up.
It sounds like you're making a meth pipe or something.
It's like lemonade with chemicals. That's all. It's just flavoring and coloring.
Well,
that's so weird.
Our house, it was like that. Because don't let that picture go empty. You ain't refill it. Don't drink the last meal of Kool-Aid. You didn't refill it.
Oh wow! I mean, I must say, some of my family have traveled to America. I've not been there yet, but some of my family have been, and they've said that the portions of food that they get over there are huge.
I've heard that.
You guys eat so much.
What? Have you not seen the people?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, over here, and it seems the more expensive you pay for your meals in England,
the smaller
food you get.
Yeah.
You get much smaller meals.
Yeah.
Well, here too. Yeah. The more you pay, yeah.
The
more you pay the smaller size. But you get what you pay for too. So you usually get better quality. You know what I'm saying? Higher upscale. You know, it's smaller portion. You know.
Yeah.
It make it do what it do. Just eat before you go. Okay.
I find as well baffling the amount of, I mean, I don't know whether this is a state to state thing, but like the amount of sort of drive through like proper takeouts that you have. Up here we have a lot of takeouts, but they're like almost privately owned little sort of mom and pop shops, and up here especially they're mad on curries and kebabs, so like shish kebabs, and that's what they usually have, but it's not from like a big fast food chain. So over here where I live, in particular, drive-throughs, all there literally is McDonald's. I think that you'd be very hard pressed to find a Burger King.
They have that style here too.
The odd KFC. And then there's a few Subways. But other than that, like drive-through and actual, like you've got Wendy's and Sonic and like I've heard so many Arby's, all that's Chick-fil-A. We have, like I said, up here, nothing like that.
You got Popeyes?
No, we have, I think
Girl,
two.
How you get
no
fried chicken with no Popeye?
KFC. It's just KFC. That's all they have.
Bland chicken.
Yeah. All they have over here is 2 Taco Bells in the whole country as well.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah. There's one of them in Manchester. It's a tiny place. And I remember Jeffree Star was like was captured there, like filmed, because he was like Taco Bell, and he went in there, and that was like his claim to fame of being in Manchester. But they've only, especially up here, they've only just started to do it, I would say in the past year, well, probably since COVID, Starbucks drive-throughs, which, you know, you find a Starbucks and it's like, wow, it's, you know, you don't see it. I actually saw a Tim Hortons in Manchester the other day, and that was like revolutionary. It just doesn't happen. We don't have Wendy's, no. We have Burger King, but it's very few and far between.
Krispy Kreme. How about Krispy Kreme for 500, please.
We don't have Krispy Kreme shops. We have like a little section in the supermarket.
That's not the same thing because there ain't nothing like when that hot and fresh sign is on.
Right.
A hot and fresh donut.
I think
nothing
you
like
have
it.
to remember
It's
that.
melting your mouth.
I think
Ooh,
you
who you telling?
you
You
have
need
to
about
remember
6
that
of 'em.
poor Xena is up north, and they are a little bit deprived of
We're
what
very
we have
deprived.
down here.
That's what
We
I'm saying.
do
We have
have-
nothing.
We do have. I think we do have a Wendy's. We do have
Wow.
KFC. We have all of them, and I'm not sure if we've got a Popeyes, but
Popeyes.
yeah, I think there's a Taco Bell in London. But yeah, we're not short of drive.
They've even shut down, Jan. They've even shut down the Disney shops up here. There's only one left in the entire country, which is in London. They've got rid of them all.
Oh,
Same thing
yeah.
they're doing here too.
I
They
knew
just
that
don't
they'd
care.
shut down because I live fairly near Watford, and I used to
Oh,
go
yeah.
to the one in Watford, which was a big one, and that's now gone as well.
Yeah, they're all shutting down.
Yeah. I think
That's some ass though.
I think they're all going online, aren't they?
Yeah, it's not.
That's why.
We used to have the actual Batmobile in Manchester, the official Warner Brothers Batmobile that they used in
The Batman film.
which one was it? I think it was a Michael Keaton one. I think it was the one. Is it Batman Returns with Michelle Pfeiffer in it? We had that official Batmobile for years in the Manchester one. When it was something, because we had the Trafford Centre, we've got the Trafford Centre as well. That's probably our main claim to fame of being up north. But other than that, it's derelict. There's absolutely nothing up here.
Well, my daughter's just been to the Trafford Centre, and she thinks it's wonderful.
Oh, it's crap. It's boring.
Well, she thought it was good.
What did she like? The eatery bit is good. Because they've made it like a Titanic kind of look.
That's a question, Gia.
And they've got the aquarium, and Primark. I mean, that's the thing. Have US got Primark?
Who?
Primark.
Who?
Primark.
What is that?
Oh, it's a cheap shop. It's a cheap clothes shop.
Are you dissing Primark, Jan?
No, I don't mind a bit of Primark. It has to be said.
Primark.
Low budget. Never heard of that.
I think you'd love it because it's really cheap. It's quite cheap clothes. They've got novelties. They've got like loads of. It's a lot more expensive now, but back in the day, you could get a T-shirt for like 10p, and it was really good. And it's still sort of reasonably priced now, but it's I would say it's like Forever 21, maybe that kind of price range of what that used to be like.
Okay.
Right. So, hello, Gia. How are you, darling? Why does the UK insist on driving on the wrong side?
Actually, we're the right side.
Yeah, we're on the right side, love. You're all driving on the wrong side in your pickup trucks.
Yeah,
that's See, we're very stylish over here. So we always like to be on the left-hand side and let you pickup trucks trundle past us.
Well, why is that? Because you can't. Okay, because so I like driving manual vehicles. Right? If I'm over there, you guys don't sell manual cars because that means it would have to be a
no. We're pretty much all manual. We're more manual than automatic, I would say, over here for sure. Yeah, stick.
So
you stick. Yeah, because ours is in the middle.
Yeah.
So ours is in the middle with your right hand. Where's y'all's at?
It'll be obviously with the left hand.
Oh, see, I'm not left-handed. I can't do it.
Yeah, because I have a manual too, and I'm with my right hand doing my little shifting.
Yep.
So.
No, you have to do it with the left hand over here. So you're doing it all wrong.
Yeah, but you drive on. You drive in on you place on the right side, but you obviously use the gears with your left. Your clutch and that is with your left foot, and your accelerator is with the right. So it's CBA, so can't be asked.
No, I'm just the right everything. The right is go, the left is stop. What you talking about? Zena?
That's
how it is.
So
yeah, ours is right to go.
In your cars, the driver's seat is on the left, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the left.
Ours is on the right. It's where it should be. It's on the right.
No, it's just awkward.
I tried driving in Mexico, and it was a nightmare. For one, obviously, getting used to the car, them driving like maniacs, and I kept going over. Luckily, I was on a country road at one point, but it kept going over to the left, and then I'd see oncoming traffic, and then I'm shouting, and then realised that I was in the wrong. Like, oh no, it was a nightmare.
I don't think I'd even try.
No, don't do it.
I don't think I'd even try.
I'm just a cab, a Lyft,
right.
a train, a bus, Uber. I'm not playing with it.
Right.
Okay.
Let's move on to slang.
Oh God, yes.
Slang.
Yeah. Let's move on to slang, because you Americans like your bit of slang. And
period.
So do we. But I think our slang is a lot different to yours. And I think, like with a lot of things in Britain, and I don't know if it's the same in the States, but in slang, it's very regional.
Yes.
You know, so my slang would be different to Zena's slang.
Yeah.
Is that the same in America, or
it is? Yeah. It's gotten more, I guess, like national because of the internet. So we hear each other's slang now. Because like I live mostly in Northern California, and when I came down to Southern California, everybody knew that they're like, "You from up north, huh?" Because I would I would say hella all the time. I'd be like, "Oh, that's hella cute." They're like, "Hella." I'm just like, they're like, "Yeah, you're from the Bay. You're from Bay Area."
See, I'm from Oklahoma, but I currently live in South Florida. Every time I speak to somebody here, they always say, "Oh, you're not from here. You got an accent." Yeah, they clock me every time.
Well, I can notice the big differences in your accents. I can't really notice your accent any different to say Edna or Bridget.
I can.
Who?
I
Chefs?
Yeah.
Chef can.
Oh wow. Because Chef has an accent.
Chef has got a very
travel all over the place.
strong.
You know, my accent is being picked up from whoever I was dating around that time.
I knew you were further south for sure. And with Bridget, I did sort of detect it was like more LA. I'm okay. I'm not like, I think I can pick up quite well where people are from, but it's usually the middle section of the US that it floors me a bit, but especially around the perimeter, I can pretty much tell where people are from. And it's like my accent, it'll probably sound a lot stronger to Jan because she's from the South, but me as a Mancunian is not actually that strong in comparison. It's a lot of people are not too sure. They know I'm from the North, but not too sure because my accent isn't very, very specific compared to some that you hear. Yeah. I like your pronunciations. I like how Americans pronounce things. That really always gets to me. And obviously slang is one. Like, again, internet. You say internet. Like in-net, you say, rather than internet. I find that fascinating. Internet.
Yeah, that's
online. You online today?
They don't use their T's.
No.
Yeah. That's true.
Tap.
Manchester have a lot of glottal stops, like there's glottal stops.
But you know what's really funny? They don't use their T's, and there's certain places in England where they don't use their T's, and one of them is London. Like a Cockney doesn't use their T's.
Wait. What'd you just say, Jen?
Cockney.
Cockney.
What?
Cocky.
Just say it again.
Cockney.
Cockney.
Do you know what the Chef, get your
Oh my goodness.
bloody gutter, man.
Oh God.
Right, a Cockney, a true Cockney is somebody who is born. He can't get over that word. It's somebody that was born within the sound of Bow Bells. So
Wait, born within the what now?
within the sound of Bow Bells. Bow Bells is a church in Bow that rings a very loud bell. Rings a very loud bell.
Oh, like, okay.
Is it St. Stephen's Church? I don't know. Anyway, so I am actually a Cockney because I was born within the sound of Bow Bells, but I wasn't brought up in London, so I don't really talk with a Cockney accent, although I know a lot of Cockney rhyming slang. Now, do you Americans know what Cockney rhyming slang is?
No, and the only thing I know about Cockney, and it's from My Fair Lady, where they were talking about the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. That's the only thing I know.
That sounds like it.
She was very Cockney, actually.
Apples and pears is upstairs.
Good job, Briz.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, let's try them. See if they can work out any examples, okay, of Cockney rhyming slang. Okay. Right. What is a dog and bone?
Oh yeah.
A dog and a bone?
Dog and bone. Not a dog and a bone. A dog and bone.
A dog bone? What you trying to say, Jen?
Right, if I say, right, I'm going to go and use the dog and bone.
Ooh,
dog and
bathroom.
No. Remember, it's rhyming.
Dog and bone. Oh, phone.
Yes.
The telephone.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Dog and a bone. I mean, what about dog and a bone? Okay.
Okay. What is mince pies?
Isn't that a meat pie?
Again?
Mince pies.
You said Wi-Fi, Edna?
No, if someone says
meat pie.
No, mince pies.
Minced garlic?
No, it's got nothing to do with food. It's got nothing to do with food. You could say, right, okay. It's something to do with
There's nothing wrong with that I can think of.
Right, if I said to you, I couldn't believe my mince pies. I couldn't add. No, hang on.
Surprise!
Yeah, the girls got it. It's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could,
I can't believe
what you could say is,
my mince.
I remember once doing a video, and the Americans didn't have a clue what I was saying because I said something I couldn't Adam and Eve it.
Oh yeah, couldn't believe it.
Oh, you just told them.
Oh, sorry. I don't believe it.
Thank you, Zena.
Couldn't Adam and Eve it?
Yeah.
No, it's actually from the East End of London.
Wait. So why do they use Adam and Eve from the place of believe? Do they not believe?
Just because it rhymes. That's literally it. Because it rhymes.
Okay. I thought that was
coming from some, like, you could say, like, another thing is people would say, oh God, I don't like his syrup. Don't say what syrup. It is, Dina.
Oh gee, give it to me.
I have to shut Zena up. Do you know what it is, Zena? Okay. So Americans, if I was to say, I really can't stand Hussey's syrup.
Give somebody else.
No.
No idea. I'm lost on this one.
Girls, you don't have any clue? Syrup. Right, G has said sticky white glue. No.
Yeah.
No. Right, a syrup. a syrup in Cockney rhyming slang is
The biggest
Zero.
clue was hussy. That's the biggest clue.
that's the biggest
Zero.
That's the biggest clue.
I would
So
say so.
If yeah, but they won't get it because they won't know what a syrup of figs is.
No.
Okay,
Syrup
so
of figs or
syrup of
wigs?
figs.
Yes,
wigs.
yes, Edna. Yes.
Yeah. Right. What is if somebody says? What is if somebody says that? Hang on a minute. A porky.
Mm-hmm.
Someone just told me a porky.
May I have the etymology of the word, please? Can you put it in the chat? Like, I have no clue.
I just said somebody just told me a porky.
Porky.
Is that supposed to be a Yorkie?
No, actually, I don't think that rhymes.
It doesn't rhyme. No, it doesn't rhyme. But it's that's more of a slang than Cockney rhyming. It's you're telling porkies.
Yeah,
you probably say no.
Actually, it does rhyme. It does rhyme because you're telling a porky pie.
Yeah, porky pie. Yeah.
Lie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Let's go, American.
We don't have anything like that.
Period. I said it.
We don't have anything like that up here at all. We have slang, but we don't have like an own language of rhymes at all.
We got a whole language.
Yeah, we'll say, for example, a lot of our terms that was used, you know how language does change obviously over time, that things that was synonymously being bad is good. So at one point, wicked, obviously that means good, or if something's sick, if something's that's sick, mate, that means that's good, bro.
Y'all say slay?
We don't we don't say slay here. If something's disgusting,
I think we do down south. We say slay.
No. I mean sleigh bells. That's about it. If something's disgusting,
spelling.
If something's disgusting up here, we would say that is hanging.
Oh, that's a new one for me.
That's hanging.
Whereas here we'd say
that's minging
nasty.
or minging. Would you say minging?
Yeah, minging. Right. The big difference between our accents is Zena pronounces the G. So Zena says minging.
Minging, yeah.
We say minging.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Yeah. Like I did have I won't say her name, but the particular creator that we all know would always use I won't say the word, but it was another bad word against disabled people. So rather than the R word, it began with M, rhymes with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's very niche of a northern, like literally of my area. That's where it originated. Not the word in itself originated, but where it became what it is. And it's very, very, very niche. And I have a massive problem with that word out of even compared to the R word, because not that the R word isn't wrong at all, but at least that kind of derived from medical jargon, how it used to be, you know, and obviously it's been shortened and used how it's used, but that other word was not used in that purpose. It actually it was about black slaves originally, and then it derived from Down syndrome people. I mean, it's crazy how language shifts, but I'm saying that word is so niche to like a 30-mile radius that one person uses it, especially to the predominantly American audience, where they just don't fathom of what it means. So it's like, oh, well, I'm an American, I don't quite understand that word, it's fine. And I hate when people will use that to try and get one over on the audience. You know, people do research, obviously, but not everybody does, and then just think that's an appropriate word to say. Yeah. So I hate that word.
I think we've used that word here, but it was way back in the day.
Yeah, it's very old.
Yeah.
No, I still don't know what word.
It's let me try and
or type it in the the private chat.
No, I think it's
The private chat.
Oh, okay, yeah. Put it in the private chat, Dina.
Period.
Another word that I always have a problem with is spaz.
Yeah,
Because
yes.
I still don't know what this word means.
That spastic, yeah.
stems from the same place as what this other word uses. And it was and still is a medical term.
Yeah.
A bundle
and so
of twigs.
I
No,
always
it's not that
find that
word.
very offensive. I think it's awful.
Like, Jan, did you, where you live, did they, like, up here, they never called people the R word, ever. That just word wasn't ever used. It was always either, spaz, or it was the other one. But I never heard that before. Because when I first heard it, I wasn't that offended by it, because when my brother, like, he was quadriplegic, he was profound multiple learning difficulties, couldn't walk, talk, nothing. And this was late 80s. And when he was diagnosed at 8 months old, they said to my mum, "I'm sorry, Mrs. Zena, but your son's a spastic and he's got mental retardation." And it was just said like that. So to me, I just thought it was like, I knew they were meaning it insulting, but I didn't find it that offensive. Whereas I think the spaz and the other one was like, but obviously that just shows the difference.
The thing is, it's those words do originate from or are like abbreviations of those medical terms, but you try and tell that to people that use it, and they're just going to think that you're you're being an SJW, but it's not. If you know it, we've lost Zena, but I'm sure she'll be back.
You made a beautiful point. French fries are called chips, right? And chips.
Right.
So why y'all call them crisps?
French fries over here, they're not French fries. I mean, you can get French fries, but you also get fish and chips. So the chips that you get with that aren't French fries are called chips.
Yeah.
And the chips, crisps are completely different. Crisps are thinly sliced potatoes that are fried.
Potato chips.
Yeah, they're potato chips that you put in a bag. They're crisps, but they're not chips.
They're chips.
They're not chips.
They are. You just call them crisp, but they're chips.
No, they're not. They're not chips, though. They're crisps.
What are you talking about? They're chips. Because she said chips are not chips. We call chips or French fries to them, and French fries us is French fries. Okay.
Right. French fries are completely different. French fries are thin chips. Okay. Right.
Wait, no.
Chips. Right. Okay. I'm gonna have to get Mr. Google up again.
They were thin crisp. I thought crisp.
Like chef. If I came to you and asked you, could I please have a chip muffin? What would you think I mean?
That's
a muffin with
chip.
Chip in it. with a potato chip.
Or a chocolate chip muffin. Yeah. I'll hand you a chocolate chip muffin.
Yeah. No.
You would get that for me. You get a muffin and a potato chip.
Yeah, that literally happened to a friend of mine once. And when that's another northern south divide, because up in certain places it's bread, and some people call it muffins, some people call it baps, some people call it what else is the Jan? There's muffin.
We call them rolls.
Right, so we call it muffin up here. So a chip muffin meaning like your French fries, but not French fries, the steak cut chips on a muffin, which is bread, and then usually we would have gravy on it as well. So a chip muffin. That's what we would have.
Nastiest chips ever. Who wants
Right
to
now, these.
What about Doritos?
These we would call. Right, these. Okay, these we call crisps. Crisps. These we call chips. There's a difference. No, they're not French fries, though.
No.
These are French fries.
What? Wait. So what's
Chips
the difference between French
Wait,
fries and
talk
chips?
this all over
A
again.
French fry
Okay,
is like
they're all
little
getting
thin
flustered.
things.
Those Americans over there, they haven't got a clue, have they, Zena?
No, chips have
what
got
is
more
it?
girth. Chips have got
Okay.
more girth to them. So imagine about 4 or 5 little
Yeah.
French fries
like
put
wedges.
together.
No.
Yeah.
Not
These are
wedges.
French fries.
Steak fries. Steak
fries.
Or chips.
Yes.
These are they're chips.
They're
Yeah,
the same
they're
thing.
homemade
There's a
chips.
size difference between a French fry and a chip.
Yeah, that's a difference, and they're completely different. Now, fish and chips, right? You'd get those sort of chips. See, they're fatter. See,
We like a bit of girth over here.
French fries.
Let's move over there.
French fried chips are really skinny, and they're the sort that you get from McDonald's, which I don't like.
Oh, okay.
Why, Jan?
Because they're too thin. I like big fat chips.
Of course you do, Jan.
And crisps that you get in a bag, these are crisps. They're completely different.
Potato wedges?
Don't you find that funny, Chris? Like the way you pronounce it, just anyone in general, Chris, like crisps.
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 Yeah, that's such a weird name. Crisp for the sandwich, please.
Can you say? Yeah, you can get crisp sandwiches.
Don't you have crisp butties? Crisp butties.
Yeah.
Oh,
you have
don't
wedges?
know what butties is. Butties.
Wedges are more like chips.
No. Them are steak fries.
Wedges are like little crescent moon shaped things.
Yeah.
You don't have those?
You Americans have just got everything so wrong. I don't know why.
No, I think our wedges are the same. The wedges are the same. It's just the thicker fries are steak fries.
They don't have there's don't have the skin on them. Our wedges have skin on them. Difference.
Yeah.
Right. What is the difference between chips and wedges? Right.
The skin. No,
I'll
that's
tell you
not.
what I want to know.
No,
what
that's
are
a
grits?
bad example.
Yeah,
what
that was a
grits?
bad example.
Can someone tell me that?
She looked up crispy potato wedges.
Right.
Just go to
right, okay.
potato wedges.
This is it. This one's explained it properly. What do British people call potato wedges? We call French fries just fries.
Mm-hmm.
And thicker cut fries that come from a chip shop are called chips. That's where they come from. They come from chippies. Chippies. That's why we call them. Right. Okay.
A factory?
Let's put in.
Or actual shop.
Right. What?
Like a sweatshop.
Is a chippy?
With steak and kidney pudding.
In England. Okay. This is where they originate from, and this is where you get it wrong, you guys.
Do you have steak and kidney pudding, Jan?
I love steak and kidney pudding.
No, it's not these. It's not these. These are
now this is right. A chippy is that, okay? That's a fish and chip shop on a high street, okay? Yeah. Now, when you go in there, you don't get fries. You get chips that look like that. That's where it comes from. Fish and chips. That's what England is known for.
Yeah, my dad went to England. My dad went to England one time. He said he hated it. He hated the weather. He said that he went to go get some fish and chips. He was like, they gave me some soggy mess that was wrapped in a newspaper, and he hated it. He hated it.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, you do get them wrapped in newspaper. Yeah.
Can I ask you this? Where is the seasoning on the fries and the feet?
They don't have any.
Girl, I know you lying.
Oh, no.
Vinegar on them.
I don't care about hot sauce wherever I go.
You put salt and vinegar on them that I hate.
Nothing is like seasoned cooked. You season it after. That's pretty much
after.
everywhere. Yeah, they don't.
So don't marinate in the seasoning?
No.
Oh, baby, y'all know y'all missing over there. Y'all know what y'all missing. I'm over here. There's some stuff marinate for 12 hours and some seasoning. You cook it, tell me how it tastes. Baby, it ain't your whole life.
It's very bland over here.
Why is that?
Yeah, the Brits food is very bland. It is. But you can always season your own cooking. You know, that's what I do.
But not at a restaurant though. If I'm at a restaurant,
yes, you can.
Is there any seasonings like on the
it's
table?
It's difficult. I tell you, some of the worst.
No salt, pepper, no nothing.
Yeah. Alaska fish and chips. I'm not going to argue with that. I've heard Alaska fish and chips is nice.
No.
Is that the same as ours though? Let me check. Alaska.
I'm not sure.
Alaska fish and chips. So, okay, guys. What is your favorite dish? What is your favorite American dish that if I was coming to Stoke, me and Zena are coming over, right, for the weekend, you are going to cook us your favorite dish? What would it be?
Are we tag teaming again, Jan?
Sorry?
I said, are we tag teaming again?
Yeah, we're tag teaming, Zena. Right, Edna, what would you cook us? Your favorite American
Chili.
Okay. Chili.
Okay, and that's with minced beef, is it?
Ground beef.
We call it ground beef. Yes, but I like ground turkey or ground chicken.
Ground chicken for chili.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, we wouldn't have that.
No, we'd have beef. Yeah.
No, it has to be beef.
Yeah, beef. Yeah.
Turkey.
What else would you add in it? We'd add like kidney beans, chopped tomatoes.
I do a 3-bean. I like a light bean, like a navy bean or not navy, northern bean.
The friggin' hell's that?
Black bean and a kidney
bean. Northern bean.
No.
What's a northern bean?
Yeah,
those are white beans, right?
Bean comes from the north.
They're the white beans, right?
From the north of where? America?
Yeah. There's no need to put race into it.
No, them butter beans, ain't they?
I don't know. They're called northern beans. That's what they call. Well, that's what's on the can.
Oh wow, I've heard of kidney beans and baked beans,
lentil beans, butter beans.
Oh, lentil, yeah,
black beans,
red
beans.
We get a mixture of beans.
And I like to add a jar of salsa to get the tomatoes and peppers and onions all out.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Bridget, what would you cook us?
Oh, I'm not cooking anything. We're about to go out to eat to the steakhouse or something. I don't know.
Okay, one problem. I don't eat steak. I don't like steak.
Oh.
So you'd have to do me something else. I don't like steak.
Even Wagyu?
I'm sure.
No, don't like any steak.
Oh, you're tripping. We have steak and potato. I'm sure they got chicken at the steakhouse. I don't know.
Hey, Texas Roadhouse. Get us some rib.
Right, okay, chef. What are you going to cook us? So far, I'm not looking forward to these meals too much. Are you, Zena? I think they're a bit boring.
But the thing about American meals is that we have so many influences. Like we can go to get some Mexican food, we can go get some Chinese food. Like what you want to get, you know?
The only kind of food we can't get is Great Britain food.
I tell you what's got really popular over here is Turkish food.
Yeah, it's like Middle Eastern
everywhere.
Up here. It's like kebab central up here.
All the seasoned food over here.
But not even just the kebab places, but the actual Turkish restaurants are really nice here. I mean, I don't know if you've had like a bona fide lamb moussaka.
Oh yeah.
In a Turkish restaurant. Oh my God, it's to die for.
It is really nice. It is really nice. And like they love Indian food up here. Like Indian up here is like the staple food. It's that's what I mean. Like when you're on a night out, the thing is, or even just takeaway, it's always a curry, isn't it? That's like an absolute staple. I mean, I hear a lot of people have pizzas and that, and it is popular here, but I don't think it's half as popular as curries or kebabs.
I think pizzas have gone down the pan a bit. We don't. Yeah, I rarely eat pizza.
Yeah, well, it's nothing on the scale of Americans, though, is it? It's quite. They're quite plain. And just even like the crust and everything, it's nothing to the extent of what I've seen Americans have at all.
Yeah. See, I'm just, to me, it's just stodge. And, you know, I don't really like stodge. So if I'm in an Italian restaurant, I won't have the pizza. I like, what's it called? Calamari, or I'll have like a pasta dish, but I won't go for the pizza because I just find it really stodgy and not particularly tasty. It's just not my type of food.
So what would you cook for the Americans then, Jan?
I'd do them a good old roast dinner.
Yeah, I thought so. What meat would you have? I knew you were going to say that.
I would do them. I mean, normally with a roast, I think the best meat for me is turkey.
Right. Okay.
So I'd probably do them a turkey roast, and I'd do roast potato. Do you have roast potatoes in America?
Yes.
Oh, so you actually call potatoes. So why don't you call them potato crisp?
He's stuck on this crisp.
He can't get over this.
Well, no, because she just said potatoes. I'm like, okay, yes, I like some fried potatoes with some onions. I'm down for that kind of vibe. But I was thinking you call them potatoes. So why don't you call them potato crisp?
Because they're crisps made from potatoes.
Hold on. Built says St. Louis style pizza. What's St. Louis style pizza? The thin crust? You talking about that?
Yes. Yes.
I've lost where she is. Where she said that.
Built to spill. One comment up from the bottom.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That emo sweet. See, even people, but other people. No, other people in America that don't know about St. Louis pizza, they do not like it. Because I had a friend go to St. Louis and I was like, get Emo's pizza. He went, he was like, ugh, it was horrible. He wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, my mom used to complain. I used to love this pizza place that was St. Louis style. She said it tastes like ketchup on a saltine. And I died laughing because that's exactly what, like, that was pinpoint perfect, but it's so good.
So what's Provel? What's that? Provel?
That's a type of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Not heard of that.
No, I haven't.
Provolone? Have you ever had?
No.
Have you ever had
I've never heard of it.
A Philly cheesesteak, like a real one?
Is that like Philadelphia cream cheese? I've heard of that.
No, this is a steak sandwich.
Oh
no, see,
no.
I don't eat steak.
It has provolone cheese, American cheese, little thin skirt of steak, and green peppers with onions. Oh, you saute that shit on a grill.
That sounds too complicated for me.
Oh, and toast the buns too. Toast the bun on that grill with that meat. Ooh, just sit down. Woo.
I would probably make food. If I was to make food, I would try and aim, because I knew you would say Sunday roast. So I'm thinking more of a northern thing. So I would probably make like potato ash. Have you heard of that?
Okay, yeah.
So that's just like we call it slow cooker. So I think it's a crock pot. Is that right? The slow cooker crock pot.
The same thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I would add like potatoes, carrots, onions, corned beef, and then have the stock in. But then I would put a big dollop of brown sauce in as well, because that's what gives it the authentic sort of flavour. And I think that's what I would make a big bowl of potato hash, like the real solid comfort food of Northern British, I think.
Yeah, I just dozed off and I just fell into what's her name? Kay's cooking.
Oh, she's not far from where
She is
I
the
live.
worst cooker ever.
Yeah.
Worst cook ever. And
she's
I think
about an hour away from me.
I think she's a troll. I
No,
really
what do you think? Do you think she's serious or you think she's trolling?
I think she's trolling.
I think it's a bit of I think she's one of them. You know, when you watch X Factor or Pop Idol or anything like that, and you've got them people that adamant that they can sing and they go on and they put themselves out there for just everyone to laugh at, and they genuinely think that they're good. I think Kay honestly has some kind of special needs. And I think that it's perpetuate, you know, she sees all these people that are like rooting for her, and I think her son pretty much goes, yeah, go on mum, go on, yeah, you go on, you can do it, and just kind of influences her. And then she's one of them people that, you know, people will put like ridiculous requests in and she's like, oh, I can do that. And she just kind of does it. So I think it's a bit of both, but I do think she's got a bit of special needs, if I'm honest. And I think a son should stop that, but instead he just influences it more.
Yeah, because I think there's more of like a driving force, which I think makes me believe that she's a troll, because she does strike channels.
They strike everybody,
yeah. Because I actually did one. I did a
struck me,
and I got away with it. I don't think they found me. But yeah, I heard that she does go around striking channels, and there's got to be a reason for that. Because if other people were talking about her, isn't that a form of advertisement for them?
Yeah, you think so?
Advertisement.
Also hurts them though too. But that hurt their views too, because people will go and give somebody else the view instead of viewing it through her. So that kind of does hurt the views.
Yeah, but I just think, nah, she's been doing it for too long now. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, I mean, you could just imagine it being like, you know, just my mom's just quite bad at cooking, like kind of a few pictures and, you know, a few videos. But then after a certain point, especially if she reads comments and stuff like that, it's like, maybe this isn't for me. And that's why I think she either doesn't read the comments or, you know, he does and maybe just like points out the good ones, and because she just doesn't seem quite there. Yeah,
I agree with you there. I don't think she's all there.
No, she definitely isn't.
I want to respond to Build to Spill. Unfortunately, I don't do sort of, well, I can cook chicken and rice. So that's West Indian, lots of spices and everything, but I don't do authentic Jamaican food because I wasn't really taught it. I wasn't brought up by my Jamaican family, which is a shame, but I know how to cook chicken and rice, and I love it, and I cook very spicy foods as well. I like spicy food. Someone here has asked, do we have orange cheddar or is it pale coloured? We do have orange cheese. I think it's Cheshire cheese though. Am I right, Zena?
I think so. Yeah, we don't have a massive variety. Well, it depends where you go, doesn't it? I mean, Sainsbury's has quite a lot of variety and Waitrose and stuff like that. But for me, I'm just as vanilla as cheddar. That's as far as I got. Or a Baby Bell for the kids. That's about it. Edam cheese.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Cheese is my favorite. The smoked Gouda. Oh, I love a smoked Gouda.
Yeah, we do. We do get that over here. Actually, I buy quite a variety of cheeses. I do like a variety. Is university free in the UK? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's expensive.
Yeah, is it going up again? It's 9,000 per year, isn't it, at the moment?
I don't know, because all mine have sort of grown out of university now. But of course, the grandchildren, I know. Well, I think most of them are going to be going to, at least 3 of them are going to be going to uni. So yeah, that's when I'll find out.
I only did a year. I only could do a year, and I'm already 25 grand in debt for a year.
Oh my God!
I know. It's just
insane. That's insane.
You in med school? Who you still do med school? You in med school?
No, I did linguistics. I did linguistics for a year.
What's that?
It's
language.
It's not. It is and it isn't. It's like the science behind language. So it's not necessarily like teaching it.
Language
it's like you can teach it as well. There was a TESOL section, but I didn't want to teach foreign students how to speak English. I more liked how you acquired language, how it changed over time, adding it in society. But my next year would have been language and forensics, which is what I was really wanted to do. But unfortunately, I couldn't carry on to uni. But I went to Manchester. But I've just been having a look recently, and with the grades that I got, I could technically go to Cambridge. So
wow,
that was
done really well.
Yeah, well, I got all A's in college, and then I got the first year. It doesn't really count, but I got a first in my first year. So with the grades that I got at college, but this was like, God, it's a long time ago, and obviously I'm in like nearly mid-30s now. Do you know what I mean? And me going back to uni with a bunch of 18-year-olds. I went to uni when I was.
There's lots of more mature students. I really wouldn't worry about that.
Well, I went when I was 26, and even that I found it really intimidating then. So never mind what the world's like now.
No, just think about your goal, and why you're going and what you want to achieve. Don't worry about, how old they are in your lectures.
They probably all love you
because
too.
when I went back for my master's, there like one of the professors had said to one of the students who was like in his 20s, he was like, why are there so many older people here? Because they're like in their 40s and stuff, but they were getting their master. But I mean, it's the norm now. It's the norm because people are going back and doing second careers and stuff like that, and they need the schooling for it. So
the thing is with Cambridge, like, I know that I would not fit in. I'd be really overwhelmed with just the environment. But a lot of the time, it's a lot of it, like most things, it's the status. So I could get, obviously, the same degree at Manchester, which is a really amazing university as it is. There's many, like, scientists that came from that. I think even J.K. Rowling went there, and Professor Brian Cox, who's obviously a scientist, and a lot of people went to Manchester. So it's, really, really prestigious. But it's the title of saying that you went to Cambridge, which is, I think it's the 3rd best in the world. I think Oxford's first, then Harvard, then Cambridge. So it's just the status, isn't it, of that you went to Cambridge?
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, at least I would be DC when going to Brown.
Don't ever underestimate the importance of education.
No, I agree.
And you can get educated at any age.
No,
There's no age limit. As long as
you're
prepared to put in the work, you'll come out with a qualification. And I mean, I really feel that people should educate themselves as much as possible. I mean, I've even thought about doing online things because, since the pandemic, it's possible to do that.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to
I think
uni.
my mom, she got her master's degree because my mom was bragging because she was like, oh, I got my master's degree and you didn't. And I just graduated from my bachelor's, and I was just like, well, she's bragging and stuff, and she was getting on my nerves. I was like, you know what, when I'm 60, maybe I'll go back and get my master's degree. So she was like 60 when she got hers. So
yeah, but good for her though.
And just even the studying now, when I've gone on, like, I mean, I very rarely go on it, but when I have gone on like TikTok and stuff, the ways to be able to study compared to even 10 years ago. Like 10 years ago, you obviously had internet and stuff like that, but nothing to the degree of what it is now, where you've literally got it in the palm of your hands. And in a way, obviously it doesn't challenge you as much, but in a way the struggle isn't as real, and you don't have to be as stressed. And I think that will help me quite a lot, because I just haven't got the brain capacity with having 2 special needs kids as well. It drives you, takes all the mental strain out of you anyway. So it is something that I'm thinking about. But again, I could be moving to Colorado, so then that's the thing. So I could go to uni there. But yeah, the possibilities there. And I know I've got the grades to get there in the first place. So at least I've got that.
Don't waste them, honey.
No,
don't waste them. That's what I would say. So I'm going to throw it. Sorry, Chef. Go on, Chef.
Oh no, I was gonna say Toodles. I'm hungry. I gotta go take care of. I just didn't want to be rude. I want to say bye to everybody.
All right, darling. Well, we're gonna close very soon now. Anyway, I was just gonna. We'll say goodbye then, Chef.
Bye.
Thanks for coming on, sweetness.
Thank you.
Yeah. So just as a sort of an end to the stream, I just want to play this because I did line it up, and it sort of comes, it's to do with the same subject, which is.
I love your thumbnail, Jan. It's amazing. I love it so much.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. The problem is I stick us all up there and then we don't see it. But
no, I love it. I love the whole the Big Ben at the.
Yeah. And I got in the Statue of Liberty in there. We should do, I mean, it would have been nice to have done some sort of a quiz, but maybe if I can work out the logistics of doing a quiz, then maybe we can do that one week as well. But I just wanted to sort of play this. Be back in 2 ticks.
A structure of magnificence and undeniable splendor, gracefully and silently dominating the London sky with its grandeur and elevation. Its circular movements perpetually governing the capital's skyline. Its fluidity of motion as smooth as cascading tulip petals falling softly to the ground. Automated and robust, a Ferris wheel like no other, imitated by many, emanating and provoking thoughts and reactions of wonderment and joy.
That's our London Eye. That's something that, as a Londoner, I'm proud of. And what amazes me is how many countries now have this massive, great big Ferris wheel. They all call it different things, but I believe London was the first. I like to believe London was the first.
Yeah, we have one. Well, we did have one.
Oh, did you? Where?
Right in Manchester. We had it for ages, but what happens is that we loan it to Paris, and then it's like in certain sections of the year. So Paris will have it for 6.
Oh, we've lost you. We've lost you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Sorry. Yeah, so we share it with Paris. So they have it for like 6 months, and then we have it for 6 months. Just depending. We usually have it in the summer, because where it would usually be is where we have all the Christmas market huts. So they don't have it during that time.
I've seen it in Paris. And it's amazing. It's beautiful.
Well, that's the one that we have, I think.
Is it the one in the Place de la Concorde?
I couldn't tell you, but I know it's from Paris. So if that's the only one in Paris, it must be that one.
Oh, it's magnificent. If you look at my Paris blog, you'll see it as. Okay. I just love it. Right. Okay. You 2 Americans. The last thing, right? Okay. Before I ask what you, the final question was going to be, if there was anything British that you would like in America, what would it be? While you're thinking on that question, I'm going to answer this from Gia. Does the UK have normal American football or just soccer? We have both. We do have soccer, but we call that football. Football is our, how can I put it?
It's our national sport.
Yeah, football is our national sport. Yeah, we're a footballing nation. But I do know that American football, there are teams of American footballers over here as well.
But it's more rugby, isn't it? It's more
rugby. I think rugby is a better game.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. Rugby is a fantastic game. Do you play rugby in the States? I'll bounce that back to you. Do you play rugby?
No. I don't think we have much rugby.
I think we have it, but there's not much.
Yeah. But our national game is baseball, which I would take rugby over baseball for sure.
Would you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'd love to see
baseball
a basketball game. I'd love to see a basketball game for sure. 100%.
Yeah, basketball is nice too. I think anything is better than baseball, to be honest.
Yeah, my sons, I've got 2 sons, and they both like, what do they like? They like the basketball. My youngest boy really likes basketball, and he also does like baseball as well. But I think your baseball is is very similar to our game of rounders.
I was going to say rounders. That was like the elite primary school game, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you guys know what rounders is?
No idea.
Okay. I think it's very similar to your baseball.
It is, yeah.
Where someone like throws the ball at somebody and they have to hit it with the rounder's bat, and then they have to run around the field. They run round posts.
The bases, yeah.
Yeah, the bases, that's the one. So yeah, I think you copied that from us as well. Okay.
Anything is better than cricket. I'll give you that.
I hate cricket.
I hate cricket.
I love all sports, but cricket, no, can't get into that. Hockey, people, hockey.
We just have field hockey. That's boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's boring.
So, Moosey, by saying hockey, do you mean like ice hockey? Do you mean ice hockey, or like the hockey you play on? They don't play on grass. Do they play hockey on grass?
On AstroTurf, they do it here, don't they? AstroTurf.
Yeah. Oh, ice hockey. Yeah, ice hockey looks fairly dangerous to me, but yeah.
I always thought I was a Mighty Duck when I was a kid. I had the Mighty Duck like jersey and all that, and the mask, but I can't even do rollerblading. Never mind skating.
Yeah. Gia says American football and baseball are so boring. I have no clue how people enjoy that. Do you know, it's funny because some people just don't like sports. You know, it's as simple as that, really. I love sports. I've always loved sports, especially football. I love football.
See, I'm not. I used to be as a kid, like obviously Manchester United, and because I'm literally in the middle of the two. I had my school prom at Manchester United, Old Trafford, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
I'm literally right in the middle. I'm closer to Manchester City than I am United. But obviously, it was almost like it's like a religion up here. If someone knows that you're a United fan and you're in the City area, you used to get pummeled. You used to get beaten up. It was crazy. They take it so seriously. And I stopped watching it roughly when Wayne Rooney and that was in it.
I didn't like Rooney.
No, he was a knob.
Yeah,
absolute knobhead.
Still is a knob.
But no, it's just, with me, with sports, it's not necessarily the sport I don't like. It's almost like the hooliganism. I can't say it.
Hooliganism.
That's the one. Around it and how the people get it's more that I can't stand, the culture rather than the actual sport.
Yeah, I mean, you Americans. I keep saying you Americans. I don't mean to offend you, but have you heard about like the football culture in Europe?
Not really.
Oh,
It's insane.
It's awful.
It is awful.
Although I don't think it's as bad as it used to be, though, Zena, is it? Or is
It's
it
not,
just that I don't
it's
pay
not
attention to it?
It's not Hillsborough level. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way. But it's still bad. Like, it depends, like, if you go in certain pubs and you go in there with an opposing football shirt on, you will get ridiculed, you'll get thrown out. There is a lot, you know, people take it way too seriously. I liked the World Cup because everyone was united together, but I couldn't get, like, no word of a lie, when my eldest was little, when my dad was still with us, my dad was a City fan, always has been, and his dad was a United fan, and a raging United fan. So he got him, you know, as a baby, got him the United baby grow, all that stuff. And then my dad got him a City baby grow, you know. So we were at my dad's once, and my dad was like, you know, like, oh, I've got him this, let's put him on him. So I said, okay. So I got him changed, took a picture of him, and I showed his dad, and his dad went absolutely insane at my dad, as if I'd just done the worst thing possible. And I mean, they fell out. They honestly fell out over it. And I thought, this is ridiculous. Over a shirt on a baby.
Would that happen in America?
I think at our American football games, it would probably happen.
Okay. Do you have
Especially
in your American football games, do you have like rivaling fans fighting each other?
Yep, at the games. Yes.
Oh, right. Okay.
Especially like at the Super Bowl and stuff. And because I used to live in Oakland when the Raiders were up in Oakland, and it would always be fights all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So it's not just the Brits.
No.
Because in Europe, the Brits have got the British football hooligans have got a terrible reputation, or at least they used to have. I mean, it was that bad years ago when I was growing up, when I used to go to football, where you had teams that were like known to be rivals. Now, I'm a Londoner, right? So I supported a London team, but I didn't live near the London team. So I used to go to a different London team to watch them play because I loved the game that much, right? So
who did you like, Jan?
I like Chelsea.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, they were one of the best teams ever, weren't they?
Yeah, I was a Chelsea blue through and through. And but I lived near Tottenham. So we used to go to Tottenham. Now they were rivals. And I would never, even though I went to Spurs, I would never wear the scarf. I couldn't wear the scarf because I would see it that I was being disloyal to my team, which was, which was Chelsea. Now, though, all my kids, they're all Gunners.
Really?
Yeah. So I kind of, sort of watch them for the sake of the kids, really, but not because I love them as a team or anything like that. The love that I had for Chelsea was like real love. I was like, mad on them. But then again, the game's changed so much anyway, and there's no real loyalty in the game anymore, which I think is a shame. But
it's all bought now.
It's awful. It's just,
But it's all bought, isn't it? Like the Emirates is like the most. And when you see City Stadium, obviously it's supposed to be the most expensive club in the world. But you see the area around it, and it's shocking. You see, I was literally driving there yesterday because there's a trampoline park that's part of the City Stadium I took my kids to. And there's literally I think there was about 5 or 6 homeless people just walking in the middle of the road with like cans to come to your car to, you know, give them money. And you see that all the houses around are all derelict. It's like, it's worse than, it's not even council housing at this point. It's just poverty ridden. And you see this great big stadium that has billions, not millions, but billions of pounds, because obviously it's the Emirates and all that. And it's really sad to see the environment and then they put all that money into that one thing.
The Emirates in where?
It owns City, don't they?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're the most
I thought
expensive.
the Emirates was Highbury was the Gunners.
It's all, well, they own like all sorts, don't they? But I know City for a fact is the most expensive club in the world.
Well, yeah, I know.
But that's what I mean. They'll put all the money into the stadium.
League. That's why they keep winning the league, because they've got all the top players in there.
Yeah, they
which
paid
is
the way to the
unfair.
top. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we could talk football. We could talk football for hours. So, you know, if you wanted to know what the British football, the British national game is, it's definitely football. But I'm going to say good night to everybody now, because it's getting late here. I'm getting tired, but I want to say thank you so much to everybody. I think we'll do this again one night, and we'll, you know, the American Brit thing, I think, works really well, and there's so much more we can talk about as well. Yeah, Gia says she loves the football chants. Yeah, but you know what? They've even had to clean those up, Zena.
Yeah, yes, for sure.
They used to be terrible. But anyway, let's get off football, because we'll be talking football for hours. Sorry, that's just the way we are. So I want to say thank you so much to Zena. You're an absolute star. Really, thank you for coming up.
You're welcome. And thank you.
And also Bridget.
Thank you.
Although I'm sure a lot of what we were saying, they don't really, understand what we're talking about, don't really care. But hey, and also Edna, absolutely. Thank you so much, darling. And you all have a good week. See you. Oh my God, good week. See you on Friday. Oh my God. We got Friday. Drama Friday. So you take care of yourselves, everybody. And I'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye for now.